Welcome to the She Cultivates podcast, a space where we talk about faith, personal growth, and cultivating our community and our best self. My name is Elizabeth Savillon, and thank you for joining me on another episode. I'm here at Hi Hello Labs in a whole different setup because of today's guest, which I'm so excited to share about. We will be talking all about confidence, how you show up confidently in what you wear. Is it an inner work job or is it an external? Tips for your styling and maybe dressing your body type, how to style on a budget, and more. So stay tuned for that. Before we get started, I want to share about She Cultivates, our in-person community, which we have some amazing upcoming events that are happening. So make sure to get in the know of She Cultivates at shecultivatesorl.com. So for today's guest, I am so excited to have personal stylist and friend, Yomi Gissel on the podcast. Welcome to She Cultivates podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. Honestly, a lot of you guys maybe don't know, but we've been friends for a while.
We've been friends for a really long time.
Blogger days? Blogger intentional days?
We were like part of the OG group.
Yes. Met at an event. I think, right? It was like an event that we went to.
Yes. I think it was like a bar taco event.
Yes.
Or maybe before that, but it was definitely around that range.
Yeah, we connected, and I feel like just like your energy, just your, I don't know, you've always been someone that like from the first impression where it's very kind, very personal, and we've just stayed like connected. In contact. Yeah.
And even when I left, because I moved away to Spain, we still stayed in contact, but it was like one of those things where it's like we've seen each other also grow into who we are.
Yes, and we are girls.
We really are.
I feel like we also
girls,
align with that.
Yes.
You're like that person. I think we talked one time of like, you connect everybody. So it's like, you know someone and then you connect someone. And then, so I've met a lot of people through you and a lot of amazing women.
You.
So I just want to say that. Shout out to you.
Thank you so much. I love that. I feel like that's the only way to build a community and to just create friendships and cultivate friendships is through that connecting.
Yes, for sure. And having that, like, when there's an opportunity, you're like, hey, I know someone, like I can get you that girl, or like, I think that you should meet with this person. And so I know that we connected before also on your style journey. And I know you've evolved and I'm so proud of you. Like what you're doing today, all just like you teaching about personal style, like confidence. And so what does personal style look like to you?
So personal style, what it means to me is essentially taking your lifestyle and breaking it down and incorporating your essence into your style, into who you are. And that could be anything. That could be like from personality, colors. If you're someone that likes to, I don't know, laugh all the time, right? You incorporate a lot of colors. If you're someone that's very serious or like very boss babe and you love like very structured shoulders, it's like really just adding who you are into your style. And personal style is not just clothes also. I feel like your whole image and whole. It's like how you treat people, how you speak to people. So it's like that whole compilation of image is personal style to me.
And that's like your brand too. Because I feel like you are known by dressing up, like showing up always in like the most fabulous outfits. And that's your personal brand though. Like people know you by that. And I feel like I used to wear pink a lot because that was like my whole beauty marks. And then she was like, oh yeah, like you wear pink all the time. I was like,
I literally sent you an audio. I was like, yeah, you wear pink. I'm like,
but now I'm going towards the blue and other colors because like now my personal brand's changed. So it's like people recognize you by different things or even how you dress up. I always say that it's better to be overdressed than underdressed. What are your thoughts?
That is like 100%. I could not highlight that more. Like I feel like it's attached to confidence. You have to put your best look forward, even if it's going to the supermarket, because
100%.
You never know. I literally had a client the other day and I'm like styling him and I'm like, so I pull this whole outfit and he's like, where can I wear this? And I'm like, to the supermarket. I was like, go to Publix with this. And he's like, really? Why? And I'm like, why not? I'm like, why wouldn't you go to Publix
every day is
like,
an occasion.
Exactly. I'm like, you just never know. Like, what if you bump into, you know, the future love of your life or something? And what you're wearing attracts people and it can be a conversation starter. So I always say, dress up. Doesn't matter where it is. Could be, you know, to dump out the garbage.
I mean, that one, I don't know. Sometimes you catch me in the dark, like.
I'm an overdresser.
No, but I love it. And I think that that's so important because I think a lot of people are like, oh, that's just so much work, you know? And for me, the way that I dress, even on like bad days, like that just makes me feel so much better.
It does. It really does. Like it psychologically, and there are tests that are proven that show that when you dress up, it really does help your mood. Like from colors they evoke feelings. So that's a great strategy to implement when you're not feeling your best. And just dressing up overall. Like there's times where if you've noticed, like you're home, and a lot of people that work from home, they're wearing their PJs or like, you know, loungewear, and they just feel a little bit more like, just like a little bit lazier, like, oh, I'm not like very productive, or I don't really feel like working. My recommendation is wake up, take a shower, put on your makeup, do your hair. And I know it's effort, but that's everything in life. Everything in life takes effort. And dress up, because I guarantee you, like your days, it's just little tweaks here and there that you do to strategize for your mood. You're going to feel better.
Yeah. And it can even be like simple stuff for home, I'm sure. It is not that you have to wear a whole suit. It's more like,
I mean, you know, if you want to, you can.
You said suit on top, comfy on the bottom. Because there's the thing about like you doing that for yourself. Like I think women, we always, and I still get it till this day. People are like, what do you dress up for? Like, what do you, and I'm like, for me, girl, like.
I always get people asking me like, why do you dress up? So, or like you always look like you're going somewhere, and I'm like, but why not? I'm like, well, first of all, that is my brand, so it's a little different because I'm a stylist, you know. But like, why not? Like, I want to feel magnetic, and I want to feel confident. I want to feel my best. Why not show that, right? So I'm gonna dress up. But when people ask that, I'm just like, you know, I'm like, I kind of like divert the question to them. I'm like, what, why are you dressed? Like, you do it, you know? Trust me. You're going to feel so much better.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that part too is like how we're talking about like the inner work of like you feeling better for you and doing those things. And so for someone that maybe is like, okay, but where do I start? Like, what does that even look like for me to be stylish, you know, because like you see all these trendy things, right? Like, what are your thoughts on that?
So I'm going to say I do love trends, because it is a part of my job to know them and all of that. However, I feel like when you get a really good grip of your personal style, that kind of goes out the window. Obviously, you know, it's normal. Like when you go to the store to do shopping, you're going to gravitate towards the trends. But finding your style is essential, and it takes work. Like it really does. A lot of people think that it's like, okay, I'm going to hire a stylist. That's it. I got my style off the bat. No, it really does. Like for me, for example, it's taken so many times, and it's changed, and phases of my life. And, you know, I used style as a confidence tool because I wasn't confident at all.
Really?
Like at all. And I know it's so crazy because every time people meet me, they're like, oh my God, you just emanate like so much confidence. And like, yeah, I am now, but I still have my days where it's like, you know, because like confidence it's not a straight line. You have your days where you're going to be like, okay.
Yeah, or you don't feel good of like maybe on your period, or you feel bloated. Or
Yes.
Those days don't ask me.
No, please. You won't see me dressed up those days. Just kidding. You probably will.
Like I just started.
Yes. But, you know, it takes a lot of work and a lot of effort. And one of the things that I always say is trial and error to find your personal style. Again, make a list of, you know, your lifestyle. Do you work at an office? Are you someone that's very active and just is always at the gym?
Yeah.
Are you someone that is a nurse, right? And you have to be in scrubs all day. Like, think about your lifestyle so you can create a smart, functional wardrobe based off of that. But also trial and error and experiment, because just because you're in that line, don't confine yourself to, okay, I can only wear this because of this.
Your lifestyle,
so it's something that's it's a little contradicting sometimes. But make a list of your lifestyle. And make a list of people that you admire, that you're like, oh my God, I love how this person dresses. And don't copy them to the T, because you, again, want to add your personality and who you are into that. But try to recreate those looks.
Yeah.
So then that way you can incorporate your style. And incorporate always, like my biggest thing is always accessories. I love accessories.
Is it just rings?
Anything
belts?
From like belts to shoes to bags, like little hair stuff, and even like play with your hair, because your hair is an accessory as well.
I saw a video of that on TikTok. It was like if you wear your hair up halfway, slick back, like all the different ways that can help with your style or how you look. And I'm like, oh.
Absolutely. Like, and it's crazy because I've worn the same looks various times.
Okay.
Like literally the
You're
same
an outfit repeater?
I am. Like Lizzie McGuire said, I'm an outfit repeater, you guys.
Different places. Actually, that's what I was telling you earlier. I was like, I'm actually not an outfit repeater, like the exact same outfit. Like I'll wear, for example, I'll wear this with a different look, but I will never wear the same unless it's like an outfit like dates, and we'll talk about that later.
Okay,
of like your staple date outfit that you're like, I feel good in this. I repeat that.
I am an outfit repeater, guys. But you know what it is when I love an outfit, well, I try to incorporate like different things to change it.
Yeah.
But I will wear the same outfit like tons of times.
Okay.
But little things like little tweaks here and there with my hair or like maybe changing the shoes, like swapping whatever belt I had the previous time, I swap it up.
Yeah.
And you know, there you go.
Yeah. Yeah. Whatever makes you feel like your best. And then you're like, that looks good. Because it's like, it's not about having so much clothes. Like you can change things up too.
It's about creating like, and again, that goes back to finding your personal style. Like you create sort of like a uniform to you. So like what you were saying before about creating your brand and what you're known for. So you create a uniform that works for you, but you still get out of that incorporating and trying to be experimental with different things.
Yeah. So how would you say, like in maybe 3 words that describe your style, or how would people describe your style?
So I would say very girly.
Okay.
Very girly. Bold. I think I love like big sleeves and like big accessories and jewelry. And another one, I would say it's vibrant. Because I feel like I love, well, lately I've been in my neutral girl.
Okay.
I've been in my neutral era girl. Yeah. But for the most part, I feel like I am very vibrant with my looks, but a part of it is also my personality, because it's also who you are on the inside that kind of creates that whole style.
Yeah, together. So question for you.
Yes.
How would you describe my style?
Ooh, I would say very sophisticated. I love that I always see I'm like very girly too. And very chic.
Thank you.
I feel like sophisticated, chic, and girly.
I love that. Thank you. I feel like you're the best person to ask. Because I feel like, I like more the professional look.
Yes.
Came from corporate, and I feel like naturally that's where it's at. But it's like finding those things, like how you said with like shapes. I feel like I haven't gotten there yet, which I want to.
Yeah.
And like color, I feel like I've been spreading out. Like
you're getting
this
to
weekend.
Yeah.
Actually, I found it was like a blue. What is that called? Like a pop blue.
Like a royal blue?
Yes.
Okay.
And I think that's my color. Like I literally saw it and I was like, oh, like it just like, whoo, like popped out.
And I love that. And that's actually a great little trick or hack that I use. So color swapping, like finding your right colors, that's a whole like rabbit hole of conversation. Because for that, you actually really do have to do like a color swap, the draping, to find what colors is best for you. But if you're, for the most part, if you're cool, you can stick to your cool colors. If you're warm, you can stick to warm. If you're neutral, you kind of have more of a like opener to try out different colors. However, I'm someone that I don't go too heavy based on that.
Okay. You're like, wear the color that you want.
Yeah. Okay. But you do tend to know what colors fit you best by, so back to the hack. When someone compliments you a lot on that color and they're like, wow, like, have you ever gotten someone say like, oh my God, you look amazing. That color looks great.
Or like your eyes pop, or like different features.
Correct. So try to like, oh, okay, that's my color. And try to like buy things that are around that color palette.
I love that.
Yeah.
And for you, how you said that you weren't always confident, right? Like, how did you get to the place where you're like, okay, I feel solid in my style, and like, I know what my style is? Or like, do you feel like that's evolving always?
So that's a funny question, because it's always going to be evolving. Okay. Like always, because we change, right? Like when I lived in Spain, my style was completely different when I lived there. I feel like it was more loud, if anything, but it was also a little bit more effortless, because I feel like that's like casual, European.
Right? Yeah. It was like sneaker. Did you wear sneakers?
Oh yeah. I did. Actually, I'm a heels girly, but I wore so much sneakers because there's so much walking.
Yeah.
But it was like, I don't know how to explain it. It was effortless but loud.
Okay.
Because I felt like I was in a country where, you know, it was new to me, and I wanted to kind of like stand out there.
Yeah. So you were trying to.
So it was like, so that was my style. Then when I go to New York, my style also changes. It's a little bit more just like effortless, grungy. Here, like I said, it's definitely more girly. Yeah. So it takes a while to find your style, and what I did was I experimented, honestly. Like I started experimenting with what I felt good and what made me feel like very like, oh my God, okay, I got this. Like I feel good. And I just kind of like have stuck, and I've created a uniform for myself. So like the satin skirt, I'll show you guys in a little bit.
That's your go-to?
That is my go-to. Like the satin like skirts, they are my absolute go-to because it's one of those pieces where I can really dress up or dress down.
Yeah.
And I definitely will say that it's one of those basic essential pieces for your wardrobe.
Yeah. And then you can wear them throughout the year.
Oh my
right?
God, absolutely. And then you can just mix and match. Like at night, I wear them with corset tops. And a lot of people think that it's a dress. And it's like, no, it's not a dress.
Yeah.
And then for work, I'll use it with like a plain shirt and then with a blazer over it.
Okay.
And it's more of a professional look. But just in case if I have an event after work, I take off the blazer and that's a whole look.
So it's like a versatile. So I'm guessing in your car, do you have like backup outfits?
You know.
Here's my heels for this.
I have like a little bag.
Okay.
It literally looks like my car is a closet.
Yeah.
But it's just because I'm doing things all the time that I'm like, I need to have options in my car just in case. I have jackets. I have like multiple shoes.
Yeah.
I have like
I can imagine.
Yeah.
But that's good. You're always
embarrassing,
prepared.
actually.
You're prepared. You're ready. You're like,
gotta be
if
prepared.
I get invited to a gala, I have the dress in the back. I'm good. Because I think that same with me, like my go-to is the trouser pants.
Yeah.
I love trouser pants. Like I have so many colors, but I also think it's based on my body type too, because I'm huge with also about dressing with your body type.
Yes.
Things that feel comfortable. Like I know right now, a lot of people wear the baggy clothes.
Yeah.
Personally, for me, that just has never fit. Like the super baggy, like I feel like a box. I feel very like not good.
And that comes also to like, again, your personal style. Like, you know, you have found what you like, what you don't. And you like to highlight your body shape also, because I've noticed that with your trousers. By the way, I love trousers. Like you can wear sneakers,
100%.
anything with
up,
that.
down,
like,
in every way.
I feel like they're my new jeans. I cannot even remember the last time I wore jeans.
I only have like 2 pairs of jeans. Literally, my friends know that when they see me with jeans, they're like,
yeah, you're like,
what is this?
What's...
I'm like, I didn't have my other pants to wear, but if not, because it's true. It's like, I know that depending on what you feel comfortable in.
Yeah.
So what do you see is maybe like a fashion mistake that people do when they think about, or is there a fashion mistake that?
So one of the things I don't feel, that's another contradicting question to me, like there's no fashion mistakes, but I feel like it all goes down to like if you're someone that you don't feel confident and you are constantly wearing baggy clothes, you know, you're trying to hide yourself in, you know, that clothes, or if you're someone that you want to become a little bit more subtle wherever you go. So you tend to just stick to black. Yeah. Because in reality, and like there's so many components to style. Like, you know, when people are wearing constantly black, like, you know, go ahead for I love black. I'm not saying not to wear because I love to wear black. But you know when the person's trying to like be subtle and hide and not make too much of a statement. Yeah. But like, why not? Wear black, but wear it with texture. Wear it with different silhouettes. Wear it with different patterns. Like, just make it more fun for you. So it's like finding those elements that you do like, but incorporating it in a fun way to make you stand out and to make you make a statement.
Yeah, because even there's a lot of people that are listening that are like, I only have black and white, or I have blacks and shades of blacks. Yeah. Or like, you know, they don't have any color, or neutrals and blacks, you know? So it's like, I feel like I was told growing up that blacks makes me look skinny. Like the color black makes me look skinny. Yeah. So. Oh yeah. That's a myth. I'm sure a lot of women have heard that, or they're like, little black dress, like that's the only way. Like, so it's like wearing color makes you like pop out. But I actually found that brown was actually a complementary color better than black for me. Especially now that I dyed my hair. Yeah. I feel like when I wear black on black, I'm like really dark.
I can see a little bit like more, it washes or it takes over. It's a little bit stronger. But there's no like when if you're someone that doesn't like to incorporate color and you like your neutrals, I feel like what we're wearing right now is like a great example of incorporating neutrals, but still looking very fashion forward. So you can go like wear palettes of beige, wear palettes of like brown, create like a monochrome look to make it fun. Yeah. So there's definitely ways that you can incorporate neutrals in your wardrobe and still make make it fun.
Yeah, I love that. And we have some examples today. So for
We
those of you guys
do.
that are on YouTube, make sure like you'll see the whole thing. But if you're listening to this, we're going to describe it, but definitely I feel like you should watch it, right? Like they should watch this.
Why not? Yeah.
So let's just get into it.
Okay, let's do it. I'm excited.
Yeah. All right, so we are here with a little example because I feel like a lot of you guys are visual.
Yeah.
So can you walk us through what did you select? Is
Of
this
course.
seasonal?
So this is a little bit more of like the colors of the season. So we have a lot of chocolate browns, and we're also wearing browns.
We just happen to be matching.
Yes. Well, I know. And I was like, ooh, I love this. I'm like, don't change. I love this. Well, the color of the year is mocha mousse.
Okay.
And that color is supposed to transmit comfort, right? Because it's a neutral, and it reminds us of chocolate. It reminds us of coffee, which is like that comfort thing that you go to and you gravitate towards.
Yeah.
So I really love the color of the year because I've been like in my neutral girl era. And we have reds, like little touches of reds. We have pink because we have icy pink as a color of the season as well.
Okay.
So pastels are coming back for spring, like greens, blues, yellows, burnt orange.
Okay.
So I tried to keep it a little bit more on the neutral side with pops of pinks and red.
Okay.
Because red is also a color of the season.
Yeah.
And I wanted to select items that even though it doesn't look too much, you can still create so many different looks with what's here.
Okay. So let's say, all right, I'm going on, walk me through like for me, right? Okay, like I'm going on a work meeting, right? Like some more dress up. Like what's the best way to look at like, okay, what am I going to wear today?
Yeah, okay. So I loved this trench dress that I
Ooh,
found.
that is cute.
I was like, oh my God, how cute is this? Especially
Even
for
the
spring.
scarf.
Right?
That's unique.
Yes.
And I've seen people even with the blazer with the scarf.
Yes. And that's what I love. Like I love finding items that make it very unique.
Yeah.
Whether it's like from the button to the cuts to the silhouette, like it's just incorporating those items that make it very unique.
Yeah.
So this is something you can wear with like a shirt like this, for example, and wear it under.
Because some of us don't want to, if you don't want to
if you don't want to show your arms,
or
you
make
can
it
go ahead
more
and wear it like this.
professional.
Exactly. And then you can also wear pantyhose with this if you want. You can wear boots outside of the office meeting. And then you can wear pumps.
I love it.
Yeah,
that is super cute.
So
I feel like skirts is not ever. I'm more of like satin long skirts. Like, and my friends know they're like, girl. But I feel like the pantyhose is a good thing. Like you wearing that.
And it still conceals a little bit of like, okay, I'm wearing a dress, but I'm also being like very professional. And also the cut also matters.
For sure. Yeah, you don't want to be wearing a mini skirt.
Yeah, but I love that this is like an A-line dress, so it's going to really enhance your waist, and the dress is going to come out a little bit.
I love it.
Yeah.
Super cute.
Or we also have like for the office, we have things like this. So I love, again, adding texture to your looks. And this is something that you can even wear with gray to make it a little bit more fun. And eggplant is actually also, this is like an eggplant burgundy-ish mixture.
Okay.
It's a color of the season as well. And then this is, we're still incorporating, again, a neutral, which is gray, but making it more fun with adding some color to it,
because
even
that's
though they're
like
dark.
realistic of like people can just have like one pair of gray pants that they wear and they alternate for different things.
So like, for example, like these gray pants, you can definitely wear this with this shirt, right? This is one look, super elegant, very classy. You can incorporate a belt to add some like nice accessories to it and really make it pop. Then I'm like making a mess.
No, you're good.
You can also do this with a really cool blazer, like blazer jacket.
That dresses it up for sure.
Right?
I love that. And then this texture too. So
love it.
what about people that are like, okay, but I'm only going to wear that like once? Like, do you?
Why?
I'm like, why? No, I'm saying because I think that a lot of people are like, okay, let me just do the most simplest things.
Yeah.
But you're challenging us to actually be like, why not add those things and wear them in different ways?
Yeah. And then when you buy something also, before you put it in your wardrobe, like before you put it in your closet and you hang it up, try to really push yourself. So this is one of the things that I always say with style, right? Or like even working with a stylist. You go to the gym, you hire a trainer, right? To like really help you keep in line.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing with a stylist. When you work with one, like it really challenges you to see things in a different way.
Yeah.
Or like people that meal prep, right? Like you create your meals for the whole week. So when you purchase something, create looks that you have set up in your wardrobe that you're like, oh, okay.
That can go with this. That can go with that.
Correct.
Not like just a random, like you don't have any color or anything that way.
So let's say this jacket, right? Because it is a little bit more of a statement piece. I feel like it's something that people might struggle with to wear. So look at your wardrobe and be like, okay, what can I wear this? I have, a skirt. Okay, let me try it on. Take a picture of it and save it in your phone. Oh, trousers. Okay, I really like gray and red. Oh, I like red and pink. Or I like red and, because red and yellow actually go too. They really do match,
You see, and that's something else too. I think we're so used to, and even myself, of like gray, black, browns, and then what colors go with that versus like, oh, like red and pink, or how you said, yellow and red, or blue and purple, or like
it's just, there's so many combinations. So one of my other hacks is, so go to your Google and type in color wheel, and I love to use that tool and give it to I actually have like little color wheels, and I tell my clients, I'm like, look at the color wheel, look at what complementary is, look at what analogous color combinations are, look at what triad color combinations are, and see how you can incorporate different color combinations with what you already have in your wardrobe.
I love that.
Yeah.
Because then you can mix and match and
correct.
figure out. So
and get out the box.
Yeah, because I think that's the thing too, is like we're so stuck on our own way, you know? And again, like maybe for me, this is comfy. This is like my go-to, and I can like dress this up, make it down, take this off, and make it a whole different outfit. Correct. But let's say now for a date. So I feel like I was sharing earlier about like, okay, like when I find an outfit that I feel comfortable in, I like wear it on my first day, not the same. Not repeating.
You're not an outfit repeater. We got that, Liz.
Okay, but with someone else that they haven't seen it. So what would you recommend for maybe like a first date that's like not black?
So it depends, because obviously everything is very occasional too. Yeah. So it depends on like what the date is going to be.
Okay, like more like a dinner maybe, or like, a dinner or
coffee. I am like, ladies, like dress up and
like a dress?
Yes. No, I'm like dress up and like, you know, turn heads in that date. But one of the things,
let them watch.
One of the things that I really like to incorporate, and I said that this is one of my go-tos,
I love that.
is,
it's such a pretty color too.
Oh my God, I love it. And this is actually back in like a color of the season, like icy-ish pink, although this is a little bit darker. But I love a good satin like skirt.
I agree.
Because it's just, you're going to have so many options with this, and it's so versatile. But this with like a nice corset top, there you go. That's a whole look for your
off the
day.
shoulder.
Yeah.
Something, I love that. And like with heels or no heels?
I'm a heels girl.
On date? Okay, no, I do too, trust me. I've only worn like sneakers on a date when I was like bowling. Like,
wait, have I ever worn sneakers on a date?
I think so. It was bowling and I think Topgolf. That's what I did. But aside from that, girl, I'd come in my heels.
Yeah. But you can wear these with sneakers as well. It's just, like having, especially there's like a really nice, like white plain sneaker. It's a little bit narrow. Something like that. But it depends on like what it is. If it's something that's going to be a little bit more daytime-ish.
Yeah.
I don't know, you guys are going to be walking around, then that's okay. But if it's going to be definitely like dinner or something where at night, I would say to wear heels.
Yeah.
Yeah, or some sort of, little elevation.
I feel like us together is that we're the overdress. So we're going to challenge to overdress.
But like that is, I feel like that has to be the question of today's episode. It's why not? Like what is stopping you from reaching your best self, from like tapping into that person that you know that you want to become, and you're just afraid and you're like, no, I'm scared to wear this. Like, what are you scared? What do you have to lose? Like, why not wear that?
Yeah. And
see, do you get a lot of compliments? Like, do you, like, just allow yourself to observe how you feel and what you're wearing and do that. Like, put yourself out there.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
Snaps and claps.
Yes.
Do you have anything else to show us here?
So we have this. We also have... I love being able to incorporate patterns.
Ooh, that's fun.
So animal print is definitely going to be in this whole year as well. And although this is not really like the most subtle way to wear it, because it's a skirt and it's a statement piece in itself. But I actually love incorporating animal print in fun ways, whether it's like a skirt or you can even incorporate it in, like in sandals, for example. So you can wear like some black pants, a black shirt, and then just incorporate the animal print to make it fun.
Yeah. I love that.
Or you can do something like this with a shirt like this, tucked in. You have a belt to really add some definition in the waist, and you can wear this for the office as well.
Like it balances it out.
Correct.
It's not like too, because I've also seen those come like the cheetah dresses.
Yes.
And then I've seen people like that, they wear like a blazer over it, or they use something like a leather jacket.
To tone it down a little bit.
Yes, because it can be like,
it can be a lot,
you know? So wearing that can be bold. But I love that. And what about, I think I told you at an event earlier last year that I was like, my go-to is also monochromatic.
Yes.
I am like, if I can find a color that I can just be like, pink on pink, red on like I love, and I feel like it's such an easy way.
It really is. And it's very elegant too when you wear monochrome looks. It's just such an easy go-to. Like right now we're both wearing kind of like monochrome. And you know, we're very chic, very elegant, and it's just easy. You don't really have to think about like, okay, what do I combine this with you know, with this color? But a good way also is like doing color blocking. So again, incorporating color, but still, oh, hold on right here. So a good way is incorporating color, but also, you know, mix and matching with like bold colors.
I feel like that color, especially like for this month, I mean, we're filming this in February, but I'm like, that is a vibe.
And it's very like Valentine's. It is. We're still in the month of love, so.
Why not wear, I love that. And I think that honestly, this is challenging me to like level up. What do you think about like the crop versus the long, like, does that matter?
I love crop. Crop is great, especially for the women that are a little bit more on the, like heavier on the bottom and thinner on the top, because it's going to cut right at your midriff.
Okay.
So it's going to really highlight your waist. And, you know, if you're someone that likes to highlight your waist. So style is one of these things where I feel like, you know, there's like rules to it, right? Okay. So there's
like the way that you break it up?
Correct. There's like rules to proportions and like how you wear this and how you set this up, or you know, the idea behind it, or at least in school when I was going to school, like one of the things that we were taught is like the idea is to always highlight your waist. So although that's always the goal, that's not necessarily true in my opinion, because there's some looks that are fun and they, you know, hide your waist or etc. But I love crop jackets for the women that really like to highlight their waist. So they don't get lost in like those oversized blazers. Correct.
Yeah. So it really depends on.
Yeah, it depends on like.
Yeah. Okay. And then I know you said that you're always about accessories and jewelries and all of that. What is like the best way? So you're saying that belts is a way that is like an easy. So how would that be? Is it like with any outfit?
So I love incorporating jewelry, for example. Like, so I bought like these from Amazon. Let me show you. And sometimes what I'll do is that I'll take these, like my little blazers, and like I'll put it like this. Hold on. And I bought like a bunch so I can stack them up. And I feel like it just changes a look completely.
Like, so on it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I'll do it on it just to, so it can kind of look a little bit like part of the blazer.
Yes.
So you can either wear like one here, one here, stack them up. You can wear blazers and
with the belt,
a belt.
So we're
gonna show just a little bit like how it looks. So like something like this. And like it completely changes up the look.
Yeah.
So there's like ways to really use that same look in various ways depending on the accessories.
Yeah, I love that. I actually need to buy. Where do you buy stuff? That's the other question that people are probably like, okay, but like, is it $1 million?
No.
You said yeah.
I'm like, yeah, no, I'm kidding.
It depends. It depends where you go.
But one of the things that I really recommend always is checking like the stores that sell different brands. So like I really love ASOS because it has such a wide range of brands, and you can filter like the pricing. You can also type in exactly what you're looking for. Yeah. And it just has everything. I love Revolve. For a lot of my basics, I really, really love Aritzia.
Okay.
Because I think their pieces are just so like they're so easy. Aritzia is one of those places where it's great to build your wardrobe staples.
Yeah.
And, you know, of course, I love Zara too, you know.
Zara, H&M.
Yeah, Mango. I know
yeah.
they're a little bit more on the fast fashion side, but they're just so easy and like go-to stores.
And you can get like a lot of basics from that. I know a lot of people are like, okay, maybe Amazon or maybe other places too.
Honestly, Amazon too.
Yeah.
Like I love Amazon. That's where I get all my jewelry, like acrylic bags. I get certain shoes there too.
The gold, like the quality of them is really good.
So this is from Amazon, and I'm telling you, I wear these everywhere, and they have not tarnished. And like this ring is from Amazon, and I've been having it for 2 years, and it has not tarnished.
It looks great quality. I love that.
And I wash my hand
all my earrings, girl, all my earrings and everything are from Amazon.
Yeah.
Like those are little things that you can add, and I love how you incorporate that.
Yeah, and it's all about like reading reviews. Like before I buy something, I really make sure like, okay, let me read reviews, let me read this, let me see what people are saying before I commit to it.
Yeah, because then you get to see like, what does it really look like?
Yeah,
so exactly. I love this example. So now let's go back to finish our chalk.
Okay, let's do it.
So we're back after chatting about style. And so I feel like that was helpful to see visually, like what colors, areas that people can kind of look at. And honestly, I know that a lot of people are like, okay, well, the cheapest option. You can actually take a picture of whatever you're looking for and you can search it on Google or Amazon. Like you can insert it and then there will come up other options. So it's like if you're on a budget or if you're someone that's like, I don't have, I only have like a small budget to spend on clothes. It's like that can be other things. Or again, like you can even thrift. Like there's so many other ways.
I love thrifting. You can definitely thrift and just shop on a budget. Or like I said, invest, or not necessarily invest because it doesn't have to be expensive, but like purchase accessories to revamp your looks.
Yeah.
To make it look nice on a budget.
Yeah. There's so many different ways. Yeah. So that's when people are like, oh no, I just like can't, like it's too bougie or whatever. I'm like, there's so many different ways.
Yeah.
And it's just like trying different things, challenging yourselves and seeing what you feel good in too. Yeah. So how do you hope that women feel when they dress up?
I want women to feel like, obviously confidence is the obvious, but I really want them to feel empowered, and I want them to feel like, I'm putting on this look and I'm ready to charge on and take on my day. And I want women to use and see fashion and like their style as a communication and strategy tool. Like it goes back to, when I wasn't the most confident, and again, not that I'm always misconfident, but like I really used it as a tool to help me. Like if I was going to go out into a room where I felt intimidated, I'm like, I'm going to wear something that makes me feel so confident that it kind of, it's not like fake it till you make it type of thing, but it kind of plays with your like psychological emotion, and you naturally feel much more confident. Yeah. So I want you to feel like, okay, I got this. I'm going to look my best. I'm going to play the part, and I'm going to really let style be my tool to feel my best.
Yeah. I love that. Yeah. And I think that that's what I hope you guys take away, that yes, even though it's fun style and everything, but confidence does come from the inside. Yeah. Like you can, we were talking about that earlier, like you can dress up, and then I've had sometimes like that I give a compliment to someone and I'm like, oh my God, you look stunning. And they're like, oh, I feel so fat. Like this is disgusting. Like I'm just like, and then you're just like, oh, like, so you're not like, the projection of that is not the same. It's like you can still be in the nicest, and you can look the best. Yeah. It's so much more than that, and it's deeper. It's
so much deeper and so much more than that. But again, like I was saying, like it takes time. So being consistent and with showing up on like, feeling your best, it's going to little by little help you with that mood.
Yes.
So it's something that does take time. So don't get discouraged. Don't feel like, oh my God, I don't feel confident. Why am I going to wear this if I don't feel confident? No, like put it on, try it on, because it internally, it's doing so much work that you don't even realize it's doing.
Yeah. And it's like little by little, because I feel like I've shared this before, that like my body changed for some health issues, and that was something that was so hard, because it's like seeing yourself where you feel uncomfortable with yourself, and then you're like, how am I going to dress myself and all of that. I had to like figure out how I felt comfortable in my own body again, and I know maybe some women that are listening, maybe you had a baby, maybe you're like, I feel maybe depressed, or I feel very like isolated. So it's like, how do you get out of that? Like, do you have any tips for that?
So I well, my number one tip is dress up. Literally, that's what we're gonna leave today with. But find items that maybe you don't like showing your tummy because you're a new mom. So try to wear like a blazer with the belt over it. You know, that's something that conceals those areas that you don't feel the most confident in or showing. And those are like little tips that I like to incorporate so you can kind of figure out how to conceal those things that you don't want to show.
Yeah. And at the end of the day, like, wear the thing. Like, that's another thing.
But that's my thing. Yeah, wear it. Just dress up.
Wear the thing.
Wear it.
Because I saw this trend on social media that was talking about, like, we're told also as women, like, wear the black, but also, like, we can't show anything. Like, it's like, okay, cellulite, if you have it, your stomach, if you feel uncomfortable. So, like, we naturally, subconsciously, like, are, like, our worst critics about our body. And so then it's hard when you're like, okay, like, no, that shows, like, satin, for example. I know so many women, even myself sometimes, and I'm like, satin is not flattering.
But then there's like always like little workarounds. So like wear shapewear or you know, like even Skims wearing those type of fabrics under it conceals. So then that way it's like, okay, like I'm wearing something that I want to wear, but I'm still not, I'm feeling a little bit more confident because I have this tool under.
Yeah, exactly. So there's many ways. And I think that today was super helpful for them to see it, visualize it. And ultimately, any last thing that you want to leave with them today?
I just want to let you know that you are special. You are sunshine. You are vibrant, and I really hope that that reflects in your style. Like, I really hope that you get what you get out of today's episode is that, okay, I'm going to dress up and I'm going to try my best, because you don't understand like how much of a difference dressing up makes. Like, it's a conversation starter. It helps with your confidence, and I want you to change that perspective and mind shift and like think like, okay, this is a tool that's going to help me.
Yeah, I love that. Thank you for being here, and thank you for sharing. And I'm so glad that we had this conversation.
I had so much fun.
Yes. And I know that for you guys listening, if you got something out of it, make sure to write it in the comments below. You can always follow Yomi, and I'll put all her information down below as well as a way to connect with her if you need a stylist. And I know, again, that this is just like a foundation of where to start. You know, I know that even for me, I used to go like on Pinterest a lot. Like, okay, inspo, like TikTok, like all these social media.
That. Those are great.
Yeah. And when you look at someone, another thing too is like finding someone that maybe has your body type or looks similar, that you're like, or like how you say, like that you like their style. That way that you can be like, oh, like I like that. How can I make it my own?
Correct.
And it takes time. So same for me. I do not feel confident all the time, but I always say that like I want to dress up and show up my best self. And I think that this conversation covers just that, about cultivating our best self with maybe style, with confidence, and just knowing that you are worthy and you are so wonderful. Aside from like how you look, it's like how you show up, and like be bold, right? Be bold in what you wear. So thank you guys for joining us, and we'll see you guys next week. Thank you.